Get active. Every show we feature a country to help us all learn more about our world. Brazil is a South American country we share quite a few things in common with. Mangroves, manatees, shrimp, and great beaches.
One of the most popular ways Brazilians keep themselves fit is through capoeira. This style of movement was used hundreds of years ago by escaped slaves in Brazil. They used this movement to defend themselves, and they were totally unarmed.
We found out just how much fun and hard work capoeira was when we joined Maestro Humberto for a class at Lakes Park in Fort Myers.
All right, guys. Capoeira is a Afro-Brazilian art form that combines music, dance, acrobatic, tumbling, flexibility, coordination, and a lot of fun.
After a few warm-up exercises, everyone was ready to go, starting off with a movement called ginga, which is one of the basic movements in capoeira.
Here, Phil. Everybody watch. Step to the center and switch your arms and leg. Step to the center and switch. There we go. Beautiful.
Once we had ginga down, it was time for ponteira.
Ponteira is a front kick. Okay? The right leg gonna come through, forward and go back. Okay, let's go ponteira.
When African slaves were brought to Brazil in the 1500s, the only thing they could bring with them was their culture, their love of dance, music, and religion. So, music plays an important role in capoeira. The main instruments used in capoeira are the drums, the berimbau, made from a gourd and played with a baqueta, basket rattle called a caxixe, and the pandeiro, which is similar to the tambourine.
The central game of capoeira is called the roda. Everyone gathers in a circle, clapping and singing along with the musicians.
Two capoeiristas enter the circle and play off each other using movements like ginga and ponteira. Here go our curious kids. There's Jake and Rafael, Aaliyah. Riley's got some cartwheels happening. And Tyler's got Maestro Humberto doing a headstand. Okay, now it's speeding up and here goes Riley.
Finally, everyone comes together to sing, jump, drum, and celebrate.
Brazil is known for much more than capoeira. It's the largest country in South America, it has many unique traditions and cultures, and has some of the world's most beautiful beaches. I'm Paula Gomes, a Curious Kids ambassador. I live in Naples now, but my family and I were all born in Brazil, and we lived in the state of Minas Gerais.
In Minas Gerais, there is a traditional party that happened at the beginning of the Brazilian winter. It was called Festa Junina. In this party, it is a tradition to dress up like country folk. Also, there are many dances and songs and a celebration of the corn harvest. Where I'm from, there are many farms, and I loved going to these farms because there I could go horseback riding, fishing, and climbing into tree houses. One thing you definitely need to know is that soccer is the most popular sport in Brazil. The Brazilian national soccer team has won 5 World Cups, more than any other country in the world.
Soccer is my favorite sport, and é o que eu escolhi para jogar aqui nos Estados Unidos. I just told you I'd play soccer here. I said it in Portuguese. Brazilians are the only people from South America to speak Portuguese, because many people from Portugal colonized Brazil.
One of my favorite places I would love to go in Brazil is the Amazon rainforest. I have never been, but I have eaten some of the many foods found there. Brazil nuts, cocoa beans, and guava. You should also note that Brazil has some other really great foods. Churrasco is very famous in Brazil. It's basically grilled meats on skewers. Another really good treat is acai, a mouth-watering fruit which is found in the Amazon. It's also very popular in Brazil.
I love acai. I hope you are now more curious about Brazil and that someday you might even get to go there. Ciao!
Brazil is an amazing country. I'd love to go someday, especially the Amazon.
Me too. Did you know the Amazon River carries 20% of the world's fresh water into the ocean?
Water everywhere, that's for sure.
Yeah. We learned that there are so many ways water intersects with our lives, from weather and habitat to source of food to the best drink in the world.
And if we're careful to conserve it and we work together to protect it,
then everyone benefits. See you next time.
believe